congratulations.
You know what I feel like I should come and sit by you.
Oh, it's great, dude.
No way the principal watching the fourth grader walking out of the building.
Where's the main
Okay, everybody, come on in and grab a seat. I need to do this at the beginning of meetings. If you don't want to be on camera, you have to sit in the gray seats because we're live all over the world, which is pretty cool. So don't get nervous or anything. All right. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meetings welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. Please be on time, please turn off your cell phones, and please only one person speaks at a time, and when you are talking in here, please do it with some loudness and some enthusiasm so everybody can hear you. We do sign attendance slips. If you leave them out in the hallway right outside that wall out there, there's a green basket. Put them in there, we'll sign them, you can pick them up when we're done with our discussion. The only thing that we ask is that you're honest when you're in here. Say what's on your mind so we can effectively help you. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. I can't believe we still read that. I think we may change that. Yeah. It's 2018, right? Yeah. All right. Sidebar. If you see a visitor, a new member, or a returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Lastly, please refrain from getting up during the meeting while it's in progress because it's disruptive to other people. And one more lastly thing. If you smoke or vape, please stop doing that for your own health. But if you're going to do that, please don't do it in front of our doorway so that the people that don't partake in that kind of self-destructive behaviors don't have to smell it. Okay? All right. Who has our lifestyles of recovery?
I do.
Go ahead, Renee.
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Number 1, recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4, defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is the source we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Okay, do we have any first-timer people at our meeting tonight? Wow, there was a hand that went up with something. All right, I love the shirt. Beard Lives Matter. Okay. Todd and AJ like that. All right, so here's what I feel weird tonight or something. I don't know. I am weird. Something's not right. Okay, at all of our meetings, if you're new to our program, at every meeting, everybody's going to get an opportunity to say who you are, why you're here, and how we can help you. God, I say this every week. You are more than an addict. That's something you did. It doesn't have to define who you are. If you want to introduce yourself that way, that's fine, but you don't have to here. Be yourself. Who are you? Why are you here? What do you need? That's what we're more focused on. Jordan, go ahead.
I'm Jordan, and I'm here to be with friends, family, and continue on my path.
I'm Jake. I had the opportunity to make this place my home, and with doing that, I feel amazing. It's helped out tremendously.
I'm Denise, Jacob's mom, and I come here to get support. I'm talking loud enough to be annoyed by my son.
I'm Rachel, and I'm just here to listen today.
I'm Carrie. I'm Brendan's sister, and I come to give and get support, but right now I kind of need support. Our family is struggling. We have another brother who is using along with his girlfriend, and there are 4 children involved. And on Thursday, my family and I banded together, and a few of us had to call Children's Services. And so that situation is kind of unfolding right now. It was a really difficult choice, and if you guys could just kind of say a prayer that we could get him in here, or if he starts making better choices, I'd appreciate it.
I'm Kelly, I'm Tyler's mom, and I'm here to learn and give support.
I'm Tyler, and I'm here for support and positivity.
I'm Andrew, I'm Tyler's cousin. I just got out of prison two weeks ago. I've been locked up for 4.5 years, and been sober for 4.5 years, and I love it, and I'm here to be in a sober community.
Awesome, dude. Welcome. Yeah.
My name's Ashley, and this place taught me to value my life, and I love it here, and every time I'm here, it helps me continue to grow.
My name's Corey. I'm here with Ashley.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Sherry. I'm blessed enough today. I just came here. This is my home now, so
Awesome.
I'm excited to start this portion of my life.
Beautiful.
I'm Courtney. I'm here to get support to stay sober.
My name's Patrick, and I'm here to maintain a balanced, sober lifestyle.
My name's Dustin. I'm also here to maintain a balanced and holistic lifestyle. This place and the people in it have been a very intricate part of my sobriety, so that's why I keep coming.
I'm Mike. I keep coming back because I enjoy the peace and happiness each and every day that I'm living now.
I'm Andy, and I'm here because this place saved my life.
I'm Matthew, and I'm here for inspiration and to hold myself accountable every day.
I'm Jason, and I'm here to stay sober one more day.
Right on, brother.
My name is DJ, and I'm here for support.
My name's Nikki, and I'm here to hear the message.
My name is Jennifer, and I'm here to be open-minded and listen to other people's stories and be inspired.
I'm Karen, and I'm here to learn how to be a better support for my sister.
My name is Jennifer, and I come to Racing for Recovery because I've started to heal here, and it's been difficult, but things are so much better for me and my family.
My name is Denise, and I'm here with my family. Our son is struggling with drug addiction, and we're lost. So we're here to maybe for healing for us, for family.
I'm Kevin. I'm Denise's husband, and here for support.
I'm Katie. I just support the mission that you guys go for, and I like coming here because positivity, and it helps me learn something every week.
Awesome. Seth.
My name's Seth, and I'm here because something had to change.
I'm Shelley, and I'm here to get support and hear positivity.
My name's Kelly, and I am here to embrace my weirdness because being weird is better than being a statistic.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, somebody, Ron, go ahead.
I'm Ron. I'm here to support Racing for Recovery.
My name's Sandy, and I'm the mom of 2 adult addict sons in recovery. We've been coming here for a number of years. I come here now because of family members. And to let you know that just keep coming back. It's going to help. It's going to give you hope. And it'll help you to deal with what you're living with right now.
Sandy, how long have you guys been coming?
I think maybe almost 16 years, 15, 16
Wow.
That's important that we make that known, right? Yeah.
My name's Stephanie, and Racing for Recovery saved my life back in '08, and I'm just praying that I saved my life in 2018.
I'm Therese, here to support my son Ryan, and this is where we came to when we were lost, and this place helped us. And we keep coming, even though he's doing well, we keep coming because sometimes he has weeks that he's lost and he's struggling, and it's funny how you can come and somebody just gives you a little tip of how they're getting through their life and how they're improving their life, and he picks up on it and he starts doing it, and you just see improvements in his behavior. So I love this place, and I learn something every week.
My name's Ryan. I come here because this program has helped me get my life back. It showed me a path to learn how to love myself and love life again. And I'm coming on Monday. I'm gonna have 10 months clean. And it's this program's just given me my life, and it's given me a new relationship with my family, and I just couldn't be more thankful to be here and be part of this program.
I'm Jim. I'm Ryan's dad, here to support him, but also had to come to get my check to refill my empathy tank, because I'm sure everybody's seen on the news the last couple of weeks has been a little rough on first responders and that, and I haven't been able to be here, and I find myself, I got to be very careful, because you start seeing, you have to, for me and guys I work with and girls, that's why I come here, because after a while you start to get that numb feeling. You don't look at people that we're supposed to help and protect as people. So I need this to, every once in a while, keep myself grounded.
Yeah.
Sir? I'm Greg. I'm here to support my son.
I'm Heather. First time for us, we're a little lost as well, to support my son today.
My name's Ted. I'm here to get support and just hopefully hear a good message and learn something.
You will.
Hi, I'm Virginia. I'm Megan's grandmother, and I'm so happy she helps me all the time.
I'm Renee. I'm Megan's mom, and I'm just glad this place exists because it gave us somewhere where we can go together and understand what addiction did to our family and what not doing drugs does for our family. That's right. More importantly, because she helps Grandma a lot.
Save her a lot of money, actually. I'm Megan. I come to these meetings because it really showed me a new way of life and how to understand it in a different way and actually feel my emotions, not just like actually act on them, to like see my mom cry, not those kinds of tears, and like all that kind of stuff. So like figure it out on my own, but with the help of others.
You look good and you sound great.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I consider you guys, this program and everybody here, my enabler, because you guys enable me to look at everything I need to look at to remain sober. Like these folks here, that's not you particularly, I've set some bad examples, and I've got a son that's had some problems. So I have to remain a good example for him and keep this for myself. I seen a sign today that is right down the road. It said, in the race for quality, there is no finish. So I figured I'd put my own twist on that and say, in the race for recovery, there is no finish.
That's right.
I got to work at this every single day, and this works good.
That's right. Right. Norm.
My name's Norm, and I mainly come for myself, but to realize that, you know, this program not only got me sober and kept me sober, but to realize that there's more to it than just being sober.
Yes.
You know, it's like Todd always says, it's a change in the lifestyle. It's, you know, looking at things differently and at a different perspective.
My name's Tim, and I've been getting better, so I want to continue doing the things that help me get better, and coming here is one of those things.
I'm Jenny. I'm here to continue to learn.
I'm Pat. You told me to speak up.
Yeah.
I come here to see my friends and family. I come here to see people who come in and have one day sober and in recovery, and it's a joy to come here because I have a family, but this is my real family, and I love it here.
That's awesome.
I'm Jenny, and I come here to support this awesome program and everybody in it.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Hey, let's sing the jingle. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jenny. Happy birthday to you.
That's awesome.
My name is Jeff, and I come here because this is how I make good on the commitment I've made to this program and to myself.
Antoine, I'm just here to listen and give support.
My name is Ben. I come here as a reminder of what could and what happened if I keep using.
Yep.
I'm Nate. I come here to find out what it's all about.
Cool. The back.
I'm Bob, and I'm here for my son Keith. Support him.
I'm Lois, and I'm his mother, and very proud of the steps he's taken to help make his life better.
Beautiful. I'm Keith, and I'm here to find my path again.
I'm Andy. I came here to explore new tools to help aid my recovery.
My name's Jason. I'm here to continue with the recovery I'm in now. I got 24 days sober, and so far I love being here. I get a lot of support, and I just love everything about the program.
Good for you, dude. Yeah.
My name's Tom, and I come here to continue to learn.
That's an awesome shirt, dude. Stand up.
We don't know what it is.
That's old school.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right on.
Been there for some cool shows.
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm Marcus, and I come here to get tools to help me in my program.
I'm Steve, and I come here to stay on the right path.
I'm Dave. I'm here to support my son Steve and my brother Ian.
Supports us. He's really awesome.
My name's Craig, and I love coming here, and this place has changed my life in so many ways, and I've met so many nice people, and right now we're just continuing to pray for my brother because he's still mixed up in the drugs and music. So, but one day we believe he's going to make the turn, and he'll be here joining us. We're just keeping the faith right now, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
I'm Sharon. I'm Craig's mom. I'm here to support Craig and to learn how to support my other son.
My name is Amber. I started IOP back up today. I stopped coming several months ago, and I realized I didn't set up a solid foundation or support that I need. I admire the families that are here with their family members, and I hope one day my family will be more involved. But I'm here because I need to build that foundation and build that support that I need.
Good to see you.
I'm Brian, here to support my brother Michael.
I'm Esther, I'm here to support my son Michael.
I'm Michael, and today I'm just here putting in the work. The cool thing about this place is that they taught me there's a lot of work involved in recovery, but you don't have to do it alone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of support here helping me put in that work.
Bruce.
I'm Bruce. I'm the parent of a child lost to addiction about a year ago. I come to learn, provide whatever support I can, and to take away the commitment and consistency that I see here and apply it in my own life.
My name is Sonia, and I keep coming to Racing for Recovery, also to stay grounded.
I'm Jessica. I continue coming to Racing for Recovery because I'm grateful, and it's been a super long week. I'm ready to be over. So I'm here. I just knew I'd feel better once I got here.
Yeah.
My name is Chris. I'm a recovering addict, and I said something about I was real serious last week, because I guess recovery is serious to me, but and my mind was going all over the place as everybody was doing the introductions. But I'm here. You guys know the Geico Lizard, right? I can't get the accent, but I'm here because switching to recovery saved me a ton of money. It saved me a lot of pain and misery.
Yeah.
You know, not just for myself, but everybody's life I touch. I'm grateful.
Awesome.
I'm here today. My name is Beth. I'm here today because lately I've been kind of afraid and a little resistant that I can actually accomplish everything that's coming up on me soon. That part of being a mother full-time again and everything like that.
I think we have a slogan that fits what you're talking about right there.
With sobriety, anything is possible.
That's right. Right?
Yep.
You're not immune to that. Right, Jeff?
I'm Jeff. After the Geico thing, I got nothing. I'm just thankful that I can be here today.
Yeah.
My name's Aaron. I'm an alcoholic. I actually, I'm here for sobriety. I came here back in '06, but you know, it was not on my own will. I didn't want it. And years later, now I'm here on my own will. You know, and I do want it. I'm here for support, to give support. So that's all.
Can you real briefly talk about that plane ride?
Oh yeah, sure. So, I mean, that definitely was a God thing. I was flying back from Austin a month ago, and this guy was sitting right next to me on the plane. And I saw Racing for Recovery, and I remember that from when I was a kid, you know, years ago. And I remember you. And Racing for Recovery. And I tapped him on his shoulder. He was kind of sleeping. And we talked about recovery for a little bit, and we exchanged numbers, and here we are.
Good stuff. Dana.
My name's Dana. I'm just here to chill out and listen.
I'm John. I'm here to help me avoid self-destructive behavior and to keep improving my life and to maintain my recovery.
I'm Sandy, and I'm here. My granddaughter's in recovery, and I get a lot of support here helping me through my struggles.
Hi, I'm Susan, and I'm here for some balance. I'm
coming up to 2 years the end of this month, and but I've been a little anxious because I'm learning the finances, working and trying to put, I just don't know how to do it, and I'm freaking out. So I knew I had to come back, and it's been a while since I've been here, but you know, I mean, I want to do it right.
Yeah.
You know, I have a little money saved. I want to do the right thing. I don't want to jump the gun. But I mean, you know, it's just like, I don't know how to do it. I don't want to use over that, thank God, but still, you know, that anxiety, you know, so that's why I'm here.
My name's Chris. I live recovery, and I just love coming here because of the amount of hope that's available in this room.
Stefan, I come because I enjoy it, and I'm here to just listen and learn.
I'm Dennis. I go to a lot of different meetings. One, I work for the Lucas County Sheriff's Office DART unit, and I also have a son that's 9.5 years cleaning powder cocaine and OxyContin.
Awesome.
My name's Carolyn. First of all, I'm honored to be sitting next to a DART officer. They do a great job in our community. But I started coming to Racing for Recovery back in 2015 when our family was struggling with my son's addiction. And Ron and Joanne were there also. And I remember the hope and encouragement that they gave me as a parent. And they set a great example. So just because my son is in recovery and our family is healed, I still care about everyone else's kids. Like my buddy Justin over here, Ben back there, the little gal that came back from IOP. Like there are people here that will support you, even if your family doesn't. And it's a great program.
Stand up. I'm Randy. I come here for many reasons, mostly to be the voice of my daughter that I lost to an overdose. But I also come here to support a lot of people. My awesome brother and nephew Steve, Justin. I come here for hugs for Carolyn, Ashley, Megan, and name everybody. This place is the spark that starts the fire, that makes the change, that makes people find sobriety and a happy.
I'm gonna shock you, Todd, and stand up. Pretty familiar face around here. Fresh out of detox this morning. Been coming here 2 years, doing it for all the wrong reasons, doing it to appease other people, but today I'm here for myself.
You're awesome. Yeah, man.
I'm Brendan, and I keep coming back because my recovery has to come first. And I got into it with somebody, I'm not going to go into who or whatnot, but they told me today that I needed to grow up, and they were surprised when I told them that my recovery has to come first. And all I want to say to that is if that's what growing up does, I'm going to be a kid forever, because I'm not going back to the way I was, and I'm not going to flirt with that line as much as possible. So I'm where I need to be. And even though sometimes things get rough and things get shitty, like I know I'll always have this place to come to, and I'm not going to give that up for anybody or anyone.
I'm Todd Crandall, and I just want to add to Brendan's statement in there that this has nothing to do with growing up. This has everything to do with healing of why you're using drugs. You can be 21, 51, 71, it doesn't matter. I'd prefer to be a 51-year-old kid who's just loving life. You can be a responsible person at whatever age and still live kid-like. And I love being in here because I can just simply be me. I don't have to worry about nothing except just being me. And I love that. Because for people like us, that's tough to achieve. So I'm glad to be here. Who has Dee's poem?
I got it. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain. As I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. At 8, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand, they don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last I reached the light of promise, there stands the answer, open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust, and so it begins, Racing for Recovery.
Okay, for the new folks that came here tonight, thank you for coming here. As you can tell by the introductions, this group, and I'm proud to say this, we are the first ever program to combine everybody who's been affected by addiction into one format. So you'll be able to learn from the other side of whatever side you're on, and you get support from the side you're on. If you have a question, ask it. If you want to make a comment, feel free to do so. At Racing for Recovery, you will never be judged, condemned, criticized, yelled at. You will be listened to, respected, heard, understood, supported, cared for, loved, appreciated, and that's what we do here. You can laugh here. Sobriety is awesome. It's fun. Have a good time at it. Yes, it is serious at times, but this is just a good place to be. It's safe here, so take advantage of it. I was trying to do a long introduction because I'm not sure what we want to do with a meeting tonight. So one of the things, first of all, who saw Randy's interview last week? That was awesome. It was awesome. If you don't, and if anybody wants to share their story with us on Friday, and preferably if you want to do one tomorrow, let me know. If you're ready for that, just let us know. The archived version's on our YouTube page, so if you miss them, you can go back and watch our support group meetings and the success stories. But Randy's interview was awesome. It was really touching. So how about we do this? Just simply from the substance abuser side, and I guess from the family's point of view too, like what do you need? What do people need to get it sorted? If you're struggling, just raise your hand and say, I need X. What is it? We had somebody that's, they were here this morning, and by this afternoon they were drunk. And I'm like, come on, man. What's missing? So what do you need? And effective support. A couple family members said they're here for the first time. They want to learn how to effectively support their loved one. How is that done? The people that have been effective at doing that, and your family members are solid, how did you do it so other people can do that? So what do you need, and how is effective support created and utilized, I guess is a good way to describe that. Go ahead, Ashley.
I know for me, because my family isn't super involved with my recovery or sobriety, I think one of the most important things to do initially is to create your own family that is going to support you. And a big part of that is coming in here, because you can find that I found that the first day that I walked in through these doors. So you can't do this alone, no matter how strong you think you are. You need to have people that you can fall back on that will lift you up when you're having a hard time lifting yourself up.
Profound statement. Anybody else? Yep.
For me, that's a simple question. I need help. I need help from the people that are around me, from my family, from as many people as I can. I need help from as many people as possible, because there's so many different, for lack of a better word, facets to being sober, and that there's so many different perspectives and different, just scenarios that you can get into, and have the bigger support group that you have, the more people you have to fall back on. Things happen. Some people might not be available. This has definitely been a theme in the last 2 weeks of my life. I definitely believe my higher power is guiding me to reach out to as many people as I can in the time that I have. Kind of getting out of my shell a little bit. I'm a pretty shy person, and I have trouble talking to people, and just for me, I have to come to a place where I'm comfortable asking for help, because I'm gonna be asking for help the rest of my life.
Just want to very quickly give you a news flash. You probably just spoke in front of 1,000 people right now, so you can do that very well. That was great. Yeah.
My name's Tim. I'm about 3 months roughly in that area. I didn't keep exact track this time.
But I've been really on my high horse, giving all this advice, and I'm sober, but now it's like I got this point where I'm kind of got this anxiety going on. I'm a little worried about stuff. I'm not so amped up about it, and I'm like I'm nervous for the future. I guess just, because I want to get things going more than just sobriety, I want to, become more independent, financially stable, I got, and then there's things that I can't control ahead of me that I'm kind of getting anxiety and stuff over. I really, like I said, I've been really up there, and now I'm kind of in that stage where I'm a little bit worried again, and I don't know where that's coming from, to be honest, so maybe someone can kind of throw that out there. I mean, I know I don't want to use, but it's just kind of troubling to have that come back after I've been so enthused, and which I'm still enthused, I just feel like a little bit troubled, I guess, like what is bothering me, I don't know, so.
Carrie?
As a family member, I can tell you that for a period of time, we took my brother in and we tried to keep him under lock and key. Like, he had rules like a toddler and wasn't allowed left alone and didn't have any privacy, thinking that if we closed him off from everything, it might help start that process. And honestly, all it did was make it worse. It lasted 4 days before he left and went back out and did what he wanted to do. So all I can really tell you is that your loved one isn't going to get sober until they're ready to make that choice on their own. And then you can push and push and push, but that's not helping them. My brother didn't choose to become sober until he got to that point where he lost everything, and eventually as a family we got to a point where we had to unite together and say enough is enough. He needs to be on his own to figure it out. And thankfully he did, and he's here. And some family members are not as receiving as others, but he has his people here. And he's been sober 17 months, and he hasn't looked back. He's working, he's doing great, and I know that if he has a bad day and he doesn't want to talk to me, he has like Jake and Jordan and anybody here. And so I just encourage families that even if your loved one isn't ready, you can still come here for you. Because I didn't know how much I was hurting until I started coming and listening and talking to everybody else. So just keep coming, and eventually things will work themselves out.
Is she talking about you?
Yeah, that's him. I think the biggest thing for me coming from the family side was, like, no matter how messed up this sounds, my mom has told me multiple times in my addiction that she's had to learn how to not love me. And when you hear that coming from your own mom, and like when you get sober and it actually like clicks in your head and you're like, holy shit, like my mom had to learn how to not love me. You know what I mean? Like that's just a really difficult thing. So the biggest thing that I've done is try and shape myself into a person that she's not scared to love. And that's not just using drugs, that's being reliable, that's being a lot more than just not using drugs, is to love a person. Like, so I don't know, that's the biggest thing that does it for me in these rooms, is just hearing it from the family, because we're not solely affecting ourselves.
Wow, have you grown? Holy cow. Not talking in height, you know?
She did that after she stopped doing drugs so much. She grew again.
That's done her growth.
Me. Is that you? That'd be you.
That's
Okay, go ahead.
For me, what I need changes daily, hourly, every minute. But right now, I'm working on going back through the things I worked on and trying to refine them. Like I've always said, I wanted to be more open, and I try to be as open as possible, but I'm really working on being very open, and I'm kind of struggling with that right now. There's a lot of things I don't share, and I know I should be. Like, for example, right now I'm having trouble defining the line between isolation and me time. And I'm still not comfortable being alone with myself for too long, because I'll let it turn into isolating and just hang out and watch TV at home all day on my day off. And I'm still struggling with trying to figure that out. Another thing I need is to listen more, because I know I talk a lot. And sometimes it is really nice to sit in here and listen to people share about something, and here to find out I'm not the only one that feels that way. And I've been coming here for over a year, and you would think that I would have already gotten that, but I haven't yet. It still kind of blows me away that I think, oh, that's weird or that's crazy. There's no way anyone else feels that way or goes through that, and I'll hear somebody else go through it, and it just blows me away.
Let me clarify one thing. I didn't tell her I had to learn not to love her. I had to learn not to love her the way I wanted to love her, which was different than the way I needed to learn how to love her. And Tim, to you, I would say, as a parent, and this is something I had to learn from her, she literally took a year out of life and worked on herself here, to the point where I actually made a meeting with Todd and said, look, what do I have to do to push her to get a job? Should I push her to get a job? Should I not push her to get a job? I mean, it's 3 people living in a house on 2 incomes. You know, yeah, we said we'd support her in recovery, but when is this gonna, when's she gonna, you know? And just take your time. You didn't get in the position you're in overnight, and you're not gonna get out of it. Even in 3 months, you're not gonna get out of where you put yourself.
Right.
So show up here and don't stress about it. I don't know how you not stress about it, but show up here because it helped her. And I don't know what your family situation is, but hopefully you have some support there, and just let the process work itself out as you need it, moment by moment, day by day. Don't be constantly thinking about next week.
Yeah.
It'll happen. It'll get here. Next week's coming. So take your time.
Thanks. I'm a handful financially too, by the way.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I just want to say, she had said that her mom had told her not to love her, and she had clarified that's not the case, but I feel like our families are so, they enable us so much because of love, and they don't want to let us go, they don't, you know, they're there to help you, but the hardest thing, and I'm, you know, I'm a recovering addict myself, just actually in and out, 8 years I've been in and out of sobriety, but, you know, my mom and my sister took a step back from me, and they kind of, you know, you're on your own, and it's not because we don't love you, it's because you need to do this on your own. And after I cleaned up, I realized that they're not the addicts, I am, and they took that step back to give me, you know, I had to do it on my own. It's my turn to step up, you know, they can't be there to enable me anymore, so I don't feel like people do it out of not loving you, they just, you have to find your way sometimes because they can't do anything anymore. For them to be there, it hurts them to see you hurt, and they can't be around that, you know what I mean? So you kind of have to, I mean, the support's there, but until you pick it up and you make the effort to do it for you and for yourself, it's not going to go anywhere. They're just going to keep enabling because of the love. And it's just a hard battle, you know, it's hard to kind of battle that, so.
Well said. Got us?
I'm gonna do it from a parent's side, if I can I be brash? Todd?
Pardon?
Can I be brash?
You can be whoever you want.
With my son, people have heard this thing, we use tough love from the get-go. He was not allowed to live in my house while he was using it. The kids, and you have to help them reach their bottom, maybe pull them up a little bit, pull that bottom up a little bit quicker than they have to fall to it. My son went to Florida for 4 months for treatment, came home, went right back out again. But he knew what he needed to do. He just wasn't ready to do it. And I think that's the big thing. I think addicts that come to treatment and go in and out and in and out and in and out, parents have to realize they know what they need to do. You gotta let them do it. I know somebody that's been in sobriety for 13 or 14 years now, and he said the thing that got him sober was he walked on his mother's porch and asked her for a meal, and she said, "If you step on my porch again, I will call the police." Wow. And he's been clean 13 years now. And I think that is a huge thing. Enabling, I think he said it best, enabling is you don't know you're doing it, it's a fine line until you come here and you learn what enabling is, because it can be so simple. That's the thing. But I think tough love, we worked with my son. He got to the point where he said he was going to die or he had to get better. We planned his funeral twice, and he got better, thank God.
Sandy.
Okay, My granddaughter, I can't say, her mother is doing a fine job, non-enabling. She's in recovery, she's in the Zeph house. And so she hasn't been using, but I'm struggling with how long the addictive behaviors last. The manipulation, the expecting everyone to do everything because she's trying to get better and so she deserves to be treated in a certain way or given things, and that's my struggle as a grandmother. Sometimes I think it's harder as a grandparent than as a parent.
Beth?
Like Jordan kind of said, it changes minute by minute, day by day. It's always changing what I need, what I want. Lately, I've found that I need to be more open and accepting of love, because when some people show me love, I'm like, no, go away. I don't want that from you. I get freaked out. And just like positive encouragement right now, because for the past like years since I've started this, I've had someone by my side, and now that person's not going to be by my side anymore. And that's a difficult decision I had to make, but I'm going to be doing this alone, and it's kind of scary, but yeah, just positive encouragement would help right now, and learning to be more open and communicating again with everyone.
You're not doing it alone. No, there's 100 people sitting in here. No. Chris?
Right. That was kind of what I was going to say, that once I entered recovery, I realized I didn't have to do anything alone. And it takes a great amount of humility for grown adults, you know, we're grown in age, to come in and first say, I need help to stop using drugs. I don't know how to not use drugs. And then just like a couple other people said, it's day to day. I continuously need help in different areas. And that's why the support system I put around me is so important, because different people help me in different areas. And I have to make myself available to those that need help too, because that helps me. That helps minimize what's going on with me when I can help somebody else. So I was cutting the grass today, right? And I'm a procrastinator, okay? I procrastinate. And I thought about something. That grass was so overwhelming when I just kept putting it off. And I don't want to, not today, not this weekend. And then when I did it, I felt good about it. It wasn't that bad. So something I try to stay mindful of is that recovery is an ongoing process. It's an ongoing, active process, which means, you know, 99.9, I'll say 100% of the time, you hear about somebody going back out and using it. It's because they stopped doing something that they were doing in the beginning. Something, you know, being honest, talking to people, coming to meetings, whatever that is for you, it's individual, but I can't stop doing what I'm doing, and it's like right now for me personally, I'm learning how to sit still. You know, I'm learning how to just enjoy my family and enjoy what recovery's given me rather than just stay chasing. I can do anything obsessively, even if it's a good thing, even if it's positive. I can still keep going and going, and it takes a great level of humility to come in here and say, I need help on a daily basis. Even though I got 4.5 years without the use of drugs, I need help to live and enjoy life, and I get that through you guys.
Jessica?
Well, a couple of things. My DART officer is back there, and I don't get all scared anymore. But he's the one who picked me up from county jail and brought me to Zeph, which brought me here. Wow. And just grateful for you.
Yeah.
But and to the lady who was talking about your granddaughter at Zeph, you know, I definitely suffer from entitlement issues. So when I got clean, I wanted a cookie, like, look, I'm clean, you know what I mean? Like, help me out, you know? I've only been draining your bank accounts for years, but keep helping me. And I had to make a conscious effort to, like, say I'm not going to call my aunt and have her drop me off stuff, because I wanted to do something different, and I think it's individual, you know, but I think the best thing my family did for me was step back and just love me. And when I was doing well, they supported me, not necessarily financially, you know, but then that motivated me to get a job and to you know, keep bettering myself. And I think that's the best thing my family did, was step back, you know, and just love me, because I had some family members that were going to love me to death, you know, who I would manipulate, you know, and it was all me doing it, manipulate them into giving me what I wanted, and usually money. So them stepping back probably saved my life in the end, along with me wanting to change.
Reed?
Chris covered it. I got it. I'm good.
What's that?
Chris nailed it. I'm good.
Okay. Jeff?
All right. As much as I like to hear myself talk, I'll try to keep it brief, but there's a lot of stuff going through my head. First of all, you learn how to love her better, not love her less. Because with me, the support system I had, when they tried to lock me up for a few days, tell me I couldn't do something, I saw it as a challenge, and I was going to do it. You know, that's my mentality. If you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. The reason why I said that you learn to love her better is because that's what happened to me. By loving me better is by letting me go. I had to decide on my own what I was going to do. I can't control anything. Anything that's beyond what you think, what you say, and what you do, you can't control. Relieve some of that anxiety once you stop worrying about all that. You just got to worry about this right here, what you're going to do today, how you're going to be sober. And if you want support, you got to have the actions. That's how you get your support. You get help, not support, or as far as financial, like she said. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for handouts. I don't need a cookie to say, hey, good job, pat on the back. Tell me what you did. Don't tell me what you're going to do. When you take the action and show me what you're doing, then you're there. You need a ride somewhere, I'm there for it. You need a meal, I'm going to give it to you. You know, don't give them too much, just give them what they need. But the addict has got to take the action, just learn to love them better. And as far as the addicts are concerned, just worry about what you think, what you say, what you do. And just keep coming here. I've been coming here since 2006. I love to see all their little faces. I'm going to keep coming back. Thanks.
Thanks.
Stefan?
I just wanted to agree with what you were saying. I've shared this in here before. My mother was a tough love person. She's got 19 years sober this year from crack cocaine. So when I started my addiction in crack, I wasn't getting anything over on her. She definitely showed me tough love, and because of that, that's the only reason I'm sitting in this room. Her tough love is the difference between me having a 10, 15, 20-year drug addiction to only being 9 months. I've been, blessed in that sense. I'm definitely striving to keep going and making it forever. But tough love, I mean, from an addict from my point of view as an addict, that's the best thing that happened to me. If it wasn't for that, I'd still be using right now. To have someone, giving you money or, enabling you to continue using, you're going to continue to use. There's no reason for you to stop, at least from what I see in that. So, like, for me, that's what saved my life, was the tough love my mother showed me. Also, something I need in my life is patience. One thing that led me to my addiction was I have an instant gratification personality, and that I like things right here, right now, like she was saying, I just have to take this one day at a time. Anytime I step beyond today, beyond this moment, this second right now, that's me walking down the path of relapse, or using again. Eventually I'm going to get there. I have to stay in the moment right now And as my counselor says, stay in the process. The process is working for you, and as long as you stay in it, it'll work for you. And I just got to be patient, one day at a time.
Just real quick, there is no relapse. There's a choice.
Yes, I agree.
No slips, no relapses. It's a cognizant choice every day to use drugs or not. Remember that. We don't do relapse in here. It's not a thing. That's, excuse my language, that's bullshit. You make a choice every day. What are you going to do? Dennis?
I just wanted to say, like with Jessica, and I'm very honored and humbled what they said. I couldn't be doing what I'm doing if Todd isn't doing what he's doing. It's the only reason I can do what I'm doing, helping people, is because of what Todd does and everybody else in this country.
Tim?
Real quick, I asked for advice earlier, and I appreciate I got some advice, but I want to just give a little advice. I'm the opposite. My parents, they were enablers for years. I mean, and I don't think, like you said, you had such a short, I have 8 years better because of enabling. So what you were saying, how you were with your son, beautiful. I mean, I probably would have never even been in these shoes if my parents would have said, hell no, we're not supporting your habit. You know, I mean, they literally supported me to the point of, you know, I had to hit my own low and I'd stop asking them for it. You know, they still would be enabling, you know. So it's really bad to do that, and it's the best thing is to not do it. It just really is, like he said, you know, sobriety comes like that. You have such a short time frame because they didn't enable you. So I feel that just enabling has got to be out the picture. That's all.
Kelly?
I know for me early on in my recovery, what worked for me was sitting and listening and being a sponge. And listening to absorb, not listening to respond. I could tell a huge difference in the meetings where I was listening, thinking of a response to someone else's statement, or sitting and listening and just absorbing what's being said. I had to train myself to sit through meetings and not speak so I could simply absorb what was freely being given to me. Because I, Tim, also have anxiety and I struggle with wanting stuff now and all this stuff going on in my head. I learned from sitting in those meetings and taking the time to listen and watch what other people were doing. And from our book, There's More Than One Way to Get to Cleveland, I learned to make short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. And when you write them down and you make lists and you start checking things off lists, that helps ease my anxiety. There's one less thing I have to worry about. And just like Jeff said, I had to learn that I'm barely in control of my own thoughts. And I certainly can't be trying to think about what other people are going to say or, trying to anticipate a response to something that's not even been said yet. So I get where you're at in your head. And the cognitive behavioral therapy, I literally had to train my brain to stop all of that and listen, just listen and watch and learn.
Wow, that was good. Did you have your hand up again?
Yeah, they were talking about action and she had said something about cookie, you know, I'll give me a cookie because I'm sober and this and that. And I had a mentor, I did 5 years in prison on and off in the last 8 years. And I had a mentor in there in the IOP program, and he had given me a quote one day. And he said, your actions speak so loudly, I can't understand the words you're saying. That's right, and that's me. I'm a master manipulator in my addiction. And I kept, you know, I'm clean, I'm doing this, I'm doing good, you know, help me out, I need this, I need that. And I kept talking my way out of everything and you know, doing all that. I'm doing this, I'm doing good. But I learned recently that, you know, my actions will speak louder than anything. So I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to take care of my family. I'm just going to show you from now on instead of talking you to death, because it's not, you know, it's not doing me any good. So.
Well said. Before Jake reads our poem, I had the distinct pleasure of last weekend hanging out with some awesome people, and one of the things I heard from Tyler, which I admire and respect this dude tremendously. Kelly, I forgive you for not taking me to that concert with you, but that's okay. He said on the way back, he said, from our little weekend excursion, he said, I haven't felt this good in 10 years. And I gotta tell you, brother, that made me feel good, just hearing that. And I was like, and why is he feeling so awesome right now? Because he did something. He didn't talk about something, he did something and has been doing things ever since he's come back in. Folks that are new to Racing for Recovery, you might be watching for the first time, and I mentioned this is a choice. Yeah, we don't use cliche words. We don't believe in relapse and slips and all that stuff. And another thing too is the whole, I can speak for me, I haven't given advice in the years that I've been fortunate enough not to use drugs. I never give advice. I share what's worked for me, what I've seen working for others, but I don't do this. You need, and you need, and you need. The whole thing, I think of Demi Lovato, the singer. God bless her, she's alive. But I instantly think of, I saw her on television not too long ago giving advice to the world about how to stay sober. And then went back and did it again. So in my opinion, unless you're doing it, kind of zip it until you're really doing it. And then when you're doing it, use I phrases. It's not about sitting in a room and going, you need, and you need, and you should, and all that. It's like, who are you to be telling anybody what to do? You can share what you've been fortunate enough to experience. That's credibility and integrity behind it. If I'm ever sitting up here doing this stuff, I need to get out of this seat and sit out there and shut my mouth and listen. Because in the end, I don't know anything except what I've seen and been fortunate enough to do for me. And that's kept me humble and right here because I don't want to lose what I've been fortunate enough to have. I think, we're talking about, there's a difference between I have to do things and I get to do things. To me, it's like if I'm having anxiety, how can we switch that into looking like I'm excited? Anxiety and depression are, I need drugs, I need whatever. That's anxiety. Excitement is, I'm alive, man. I'm going to wake up and go do it today. I have people to talk to that actually like me as a person. I have kids and relationship with God or whatever and all kinds of stuff, not money and stuff, things you can't touch. That's sobriety. But think about that. Kelly, I love what you said right there. It's not sitting in here listening, I can't wait to say this to that person in 5 minutes. It's just being fortunate enough to be able to speak from the heart of what you've been fortunate enough to do and let that be your message to others. The dude in wherever your IOP was in prison or wherever you unfortunately were, that dude hit it right on the head, man. It's awesome. Don't ever go back there to hear that advice again. Right? Good group tonight, guys. Jake, can you read our poem?
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I'm still falling. It's ahead. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thank you for coming, everybody.